Hey Solace, Agent Solo, Matt Rice here. Another week of soloable crowdfunding games that have come on to Kickstarter, Gamefound, Backerkit, which there is none this week that I've noticed, and also the crowd sales on Gamecrafter, which I'll talk about in the end as well. Anything I miss here, guys, please let me know in the comments. Anything you like, you see, let me know. I do this every week if you're new to this as well. And let's get into it. The first one I've got on my list for this week, D-Day Dice Pacific. So this is a new standard one game books of things in the D-Day Dice series, I guess you call it now. There's a first and a second edition based on the Normandy invasion. Now we've got the Pacific one. So it's a whole new edition of the award-winning game. It's got 368 backers so far, and it's open for a day or two. It's by Wordforge Games. You can get into the add-ons for £1, £45 to get the base game, £65 to get the HO expansion with it. Probably 7 years later, so it's been a while since they made the. I've got D-Day dice downstairs myself. Quite a fun dice trucker. It's got like 10 different maps that I've got, and there's those even like mini expansions that you buy. I've got a couple of those as well. It's pretty fun. Yes, a bit of luck involved, but still there's some strategy in what resources you're trying to get as you crawl your way up the map with soldiers and rewards and loot, or minimal loot. That's where we get here. So we're going to put you on ground level the muddy and unpredictable terrain of Pacific South Asian theater of World War II. Plays 4 different nations: USA, UK, India, and Australia. Okay, but there's also, they've added cave maps. I think there's now like mosquito areas that cause problems. So it's a few new mechanics added to this compared to the first one. There's even this strike stuff here too, which looks new. There's some dev diaries there too. You can look into like what they've designed, which would be very handy if you want to know a bit of background. Also launching a new expansion because of different modules compatible with all D-Day dice products. There you go. So there's a bit of backwards compatibility with this one. Contains special missions, sort of gold dice, that adds a touch of gold to your turns, battle conditions, badges, servicemen, the big 9, specialist war stories. Okay, cool. Let's talk about this pledge levels. To access the add-ons, click manage my pledge and select the add-ons you want. What's this? Comic book, gold expansions, so different mini expansions. Interesting, so you can add more stuff. Some previews, some videos. I haven't done a video on this myself, so please check out some of these other ones here. Playthroughs, cool. And it's solo only, as far as I'm aware. Here's your postage right here. Alrighty, let's get on to the next one. Another one that's kind of a new standalone, I guess, Aventuria, the adventure board game. Chalices of Power and Curse of the Desert. So there's 2 base games. This one. Aventuria is kind of like a card and dice system, somewhat like a mini adventure game or a mini RPG type game. Quite fun. I've got it downstairs too. I've only played a little bit of it. I've still got more to get through. From this campaign, I'm not sure what is rehashed or is in like like in a new edition, or if it's all completely new. I'm not sure. Now it's got 161 backers, so it's definitely well funded. So it's doing well. It's got 1 to 6 players. This is what you're pledging for if you want to. Some exclusives. Be among the first to play this new version of Aventuria. New version. So it makes me think it's probably rebooted, but whether there's similar cards, I'm not sure. Or whether the rules have been maybe updated a bit, I'm not sure. Choose your hero, trust the dice, throw yourself into battle. Okay. Epic campaign. So we've got a campaign box that contains all these. That's what it looks like on the table. Chalices of Power, the heroes. Curse of the Desert. Yeah, so this Cliff's Daughter, I swear I've already got that before. So maybe some of this is a bit rehashed. I do wonder. Solo box. So it might be like the best of stuff and maybe come up with some new stuff. I'm not sure. So I have to really look into that. And for those that are, if you're like me and you've already got some of the stuff, maybe be a little bit careful what you can get here. Maybe there's new characters and stuff you can get. I'm not sure if it all. It's not clear in this page whether they mash in with the old set. Have to read more into it. Touch back was it 40 euro for Curse of the Desert. Actually quite good. 80 euro for Chalices of Power, 115 euro for both, 190 euro for the all in. It's a lot cheaper than I remember it, to be honest. Maybe they've slimmed down the amount of cards or something. The preview there's some shipping fees here. Yeah. All right, let's get moving. Next one I've got is Beast Slayers. This one needs a bit more help to fund, I think, 132 backers. The competitive and cooperative fantasy card game, card and dice game. Each player and body a monster hard over will need to take on contracts, track their monsters and slave in order to gain golden reputation. 1 to 6 players. It's competitive mode, cooperative mode. Each player will take on the role of a beast slayer who will partner up with others to form a group of adventurers to cleanse one of the many regions of Ain and gain enough reputation to impress the king. This mode also offers a campaign system that will allow players to experience a more immersive gameplay. There you go. It's solo mode. Will take on the role of a heroic beast slayer who will need to gain as much fame and glory as possible in favor of the king. He will take on contracts of brave the wilderness. The campaign might also be played in solo mode if desired. There you go. Discount if you back it now. Somehow I doubt this will make it to Australia though. So probably best to back now if you're interested. To be honest, I've actually backed this game too. I would love to see a bit more playthrough. It does talk a little bit about gameplay here. So it's saying how it's solo mode is the same as playing competitive cooperative in terms of the base, like how the structure of the game works. Choose a hero, choose a class to go with it. So there's different classes you can choose, add different cards to your deck. You can equip your hero, travel cards, adventure cards. It probably needs a bit more detail of how the gameplay really works instead of just showing here's a card. It probably needs to say this is what you do with this card to try and win this. Like what do you do? Like when you roll the dice, what actually happens? Those animations are really handy that some of the projects do, and that they're really great. This gives you a bit more detail. Look at the card, you can sort of see what's going on here. If you roll these sort of dice, there's consequences. Perhaps you need this many symbols on a die to get through the trouble path. I'm not sure how that works. There's the beast. Classic game modes. Game time. To 2 hours. 45 minutes to 2 hours. There's something here. There's a presentation video here. Yeah, would love to see probably more video gameplay. There's a shipping timeline. Well, there's a few extra pictures here, actually. So it has been played. If they just had like a video camera on some of this stuff, it would have been fantastic, even if it is just amateur stuff. I mean, I could do amateur stuff. I don't have the game though. Shipping, here we go, right here. That's one of my quirks. I'm in, but as long as they, for me, for Australia, for example, that is super high shipping. As long as I try and fix that up, I'll stay in. Righty, let's keep going. South Tigris Trilogy expansions of the Garfield games. One expansion for each South Tigris game, plus the Moonlight campaign expansion. So these are all all new expansions. Almost 2,000 backers. That's doing very well. These are very popular games by Sean Phillips. These will set you back, what, $200 New Zealand for all 4 expansions. Okay, so there's no option to get just one. Oh, custom built. Okay, so you can go into the pledge manager by doing $1 built later. So rewards and add-ons, you can get base games. They're available as well. Won't talk too much about the games because it might take a while. There's a fair few videos here. They've been out for a while. But whether the expansions add much more, I'm not sure. Just doing a bit of a scroll through. These people, university guys, pretty cool. They do a lot of reviews and playthroughs. Not necessarily reviews, actually, but more like show off sort of games. Shipping rates. I do say the one Garfield game that I did go on, which was Talons of the West Kingdom, which didn't quite gel with me, but I was happy to play it. I definitely appreciate the mechanics in it. It got shipped really quick. It's really impressed with that campaign. Caterpillar is a dice game that takes self-control to win. A straightforward, family-friendly dice game where only one of your caterpillars will take flight. So it's just funded with 64 backers. You can get print and play for €5, €10 for 4 pads. It's a yes and no for a children's game, strategy heavy game. No, it's not one of those. It's a fun and fast-paced game for the whole family. Roll a dice, put them into 2 groups. Use one group to select an empty box right in the sum of the other group as your score. With all the boxes in your 3 caterpillars are filled, you up the values for each caterpillar. Remove the caterpillar with the highest score, then on the lowest score, leaving the most modest caterpillar as your final score. Okay. Right. So it's like you're balancing the numbers you got to get. Yeah. So you got to balance across all 3. Okay. I see how it's going. Shipping values there. Cool. All right. Next one I've got is a place for all my books. 2,740 backers. This is a bit of a surprise one for me. I haven't heard this one, but it looks like people are really keen on it. A cozy ball game about collecting good books and the joy of organizing them. What we got here? So it's $35 for the trade edition, $50 for the bookcase edition, and the retailer pledge right there as well. Collecting books, bring them home and organize them just the way you like. Each player has an apartment. Spread the way of the world these days. Simple. During your turns, you'll gather and sort your books to complete your projects. And when your sociability climbs and high enough, you'll feel empowered to spend the 5 battery it takes to leave the house and head into the hustle to get more books. That's kind of cool. It's rare to find a game this cozy and crunchy. Yeah. Rado loves it. You get these little word book tiles up there, look kind of cute. Okay, trade edition. Yeah, Rado went through how to play the solo game. Who is Penelope? Why is her name popular? Because they're all the books you want to check out. Without ever directly interacting with Penelope, you have found a use of solo view. Penelope is an automated opponent. 5 levels of difficulty. That's good. You take a turn the same as always, then Penelope goes. Penelope is actually determined by the rival cards. So yeah, okay, so you draw a card. Yeah, 1 to 3. It must be like situational that it does certain things. Penelope gets a lot more done as you move down the card. The line you reference for her action depends on how many cards she has in the queue. So you've got 4 cards and she starts doing that. So as she builds up more power, she gets a bit more powerful. That's pretty cool. That's a good power creep way of doing AI, actually. I like it. It's preview here by One Stop Co-op Shop. Shipping. Beautiful. All right, next one I've got is Fjords. Did it come up? Let's try it again. That's the one. Where'd it go? I swear there was a. Try again. Funded. No, it's not there. This one? No. This one here, isn't it? Aha. Alrighty. Small Fjords is what I'm after here. That's the one that's solo. This Pocket Series collection. It's funded 290 backers. If you want just Small Fjords, it costs you 16 Australian. So this is Australian. It is too, from Sydney. Oh my god. I should be forwarding this on to people. But you receive these games at a maximum 35% off. So let's go straight to Fjords because that's the one that's solo. Oh, Farmhand includes solo mode. Animal cards. Farmhand is a brand new tool that's got everyone squawking. Trick taking game. We'll know the suits of the cards and the but not their values. Ooh, okay. How to play video. That's pretty cool. There's Maggie May here. Here, what is small fjords? 1 to 2 players. Included solo mode, tile laying, air control, calming. Tile laying game that takes place in 2 phases. The first one invites players to explore the fjords around them by laying hexagonal landscape tiles, creating a map that serves as the game board. Second phase, players begin from the long houses they place during phase 1 and will walk the landscape, claiming as much of the plains and cliffs as possible. Okay. They're nice little small pocket games, it says here. Rado's done some playthrough of it as well. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Next one, Moonlight, a roll and write comic noir detective story. It is funded 166 backers. Solo print and play crime saga. This one will set you back $5 for episode 1, $11 for all episodes. Solo only, tricky heist, challenging mission. Things you need to play. You need 6 dice, pen and pencil, the episode main sheet, and heist sheet. It's a day, night, and morning phase. Roll dice, spend dice to do the following: investigate the city by feet or by car, hustle. Gain money to collect intel. Okay, cool. So a dice game all about crime solving a bit. Loot, sorry, no, you're doing heist. Actually, it's the other way around. Cover up. Legacy light game. Because of the episodes, I guess. Very cool. Alrighty, nice picture of a dog. Next one I've got is Granfondo, the thrilling racing game. 193 backers. It is 156% funded. Control a team of 3 cyclists, each specializing in climbing, sprinting, and long distance. 5 position. If you use doping, don't get caught. Ooh. It's part of the issues with some sports. It's 1 to 6 players, so there's a solo mode supposedly. 1 to 4 or 1 up to 6 with expansion. Push your luck in hand management. Reminds me of kind of like Heat. Was it $55 for €55 all in, €40 for 4. How to play. Choose 1 out of 3 tracks, draft your team, plan your moves in your team. So yeah, so it is kind of like Heat. That's my opponents with tactics like sprinting, teamwork, blah, blah. I wonder how solo works. I assume there's an AI for solo. Or maybe it's just you got to do it in a certain amount of moves, certain time to get there. A couple of playthroughs here. Someone was in their Lycra as well. And then they're shipping. Alrighty, next one I've got is Advanced Fighting Fantasy Dark Dungeons Miniatures. Only one backers, it's funded. 1 to 6 players. So there's miniatures and a basic game in this. I'm not sure if it's just I was wondering if it was just miniatures or what's going on. So 1 to 6 players. We're always convinced that what was needed was a board game combined easy to learn rules. Okay. So there's miniatures, but they've made a game out of these miniatures that they make for things. We've got some tile laying going on, random dungeons, lots of cards. Opponents get dungeon tiles, spell cards, treasure cards, hero sheets. So it's kind of dungeon delving style. Placing tiles in turn, draw adventure cards in rooms. Read the narrative text, choose an option, turn over and resolve your action. So I choose run, you go to succeed on a 5+. Right. If you defeat a monster or successfully steal, you may gain a treasure. Okay. Shipping. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Righty, moving on from that, going on to the crowd sales from Gamecrafter. I talked a bit about Dustrunners, gave a bit of preview last week if you want to check that out. I might do a quick gloss over it again. But there's actually a few come up. We've got Grimgrove. So this is a challenging solo board game where you must survive the perils of Coast Forest. And Solo Gaming Night goes through this as well, his channel as well. Your ultimate goal is to escape the forest by finding a special exit card before succumbing to its dangers. So it's like you fill out this this map. I've seen it being played before. You've got these cubes. Cubes are like your resources to be able to move around and spend them to get certain resources or to be able to do certain actions. This one here can get up to, if it does 1,000 can get up to 49% off. At the moment, it's sitting at 23% off. Maybe that's all 44, yeah. So it's sitting at 23%. Dynamic Explanation, Solitary Challenge. So these are some of the cards when you go to certain spots. Rotate any hex card. Cannot use 3 dice during a check. There's a lot of dice checks and stuff as well. There's a mini expansion with it. Pet friend. Right. And there's some pictures over here you can check out. It's like a day tracker, night action. So there's like a day-night mechanic in it as well. And when you flip them over, you have to like place trees, like you cause a path through when different events happen. I think it's in like a VHS case, which is kind of cool as well. Dustrunners again, I've talked about, but it's got 6 days to go. It's up to the 500 plus mark now, so 44%, which is fantastic for it. Essentially, like most Jason Glover games, it's like a draw, it's like a push your luck sort of deck game. So you draw a card. Do you want to do the exploration? If not, you have to draw another card, but there could be worse consequences. In this case here, they puts an extra spin on it where you got to be further ahead than the Raider car as well. So you got to be looking at that while also trying to get victory points and surviving, having enough fuel, and things like that. There's also some promo cards you can get for Tin Realm, Tin Helm. Cool. It looks like I think it's the mat as well. Game mat is also one special, and also the original Dust Runner. Next one is Mini Moons. Mini Moons is a resource management push your luck game where you take actions with cards and dice to explore the moons. So it's got 13 days to go. It's had 15 copies sold so far. Okay, so it's up to 24% off. Mine the minerals of the moon using energy. Fly a spaceship using fuel. Rescue magical cats using cat treats. In your spaceship, you can trade minerals for different resources. There's a bit of a resource trade-off game. You find items to help you out as well. There's a playthrough here, which would be fantastic to watch. Looks like Game Night's done one as well. Yeah. Alrighty. And the last crowd sale here, a boss battling adventure story for 1-3 players is a Dispel the Darkness. This one sold 2 copies so far. So it's $76 on sale. Explore Cursefield Kingdom while investigating who should be the rightful king. There's a playthrough here, unboxing, sorry. The curse is growing stronger. The terrifying effects are noticeable. Who live in Oakhaven. Make your way to the castle to meet the Crown Prince and hear his request. You need 6 agent scores that hold the curse. Solo play for Rangers, that'd be great to watch. I should watch that too, because I don't know much about this game. Cooperative lightweight RPG card drafting dice rolling experience with a compelling story that drives you to the final reveal. There's a storybook in it as well. Boss battling. Cool. All right. And there's some pictures there. Looks kind of cool. I'll have to check this one out. Righty, Solace. That's all I've got for the week. Any queries, just let me know. Give me a comment, or any games here that you're interested in, or things that I might have missed, please let me know. It's always exciting to see what new games come up each week. And I love looking at these games. And always pledge for 1 or 2 now and then as well. Play Solos. Crush your game first. Play solo.